Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of my Hardcore Minecraft series. In the last episode, we worked on some farms, getting my iron farm going up, and as well as my super smelter. And in this episode, we're going to the Nether. But before we get to all of that, I've got a little bit of update between episodes. I just kind of play casually in between when nothing's kind of not in a big build or doing any big advancements. I just kind of play around and collect some resources. So I just gonna throw together a couple little flyby shots using flashback of just some moments just to catch you up with everything that's gone on so far in between episodes. Alright, so now that we're all caught up, oh, it looks like my horse has gotten away. So you've seen everything, oh there he is, that I've kind of just wander around, play around a little bit just to chill out, no real direction or story needing to be told, which is kind of helpful for just wanting to play the game. But so in today's episode, episode 4 of my hardcore series, we're going to be starting off with the Nether. So I've kind of got my inventory ready a little bit, got some blocks here, a bit of food and torches. I'll be leaving the bed near the portal just so I don't accidentally use it in the Nether. Just some blocks, iron, and wood just in case I need to build some tools. I got my full set of tools, my bow and arrow, a couple golden apples from the rune portals, and of course the stuff for the portals, and a bit of gold just so I can do maybe some bartering in there. So first off, I don't think I'm going to do a grand build for the Nether portal right away. I think that'll be kind of a later thing because I want to kind of get the blocks in the Nether to use for the portal. So it'll be using like the blackstone, netherrack, and all that kind of stuff to make it kind of a themed build. So I kind of have to go in first before to get those blocks before I can build a big build. So I'm just going to come over here a little farther away from everything just so I don't have to hear the whole thing. And I'm just going to quickly set it up. So I'm just going to clear out this grass, place this down, 1, 2, 3, get the corners because I don't have enough for a rich portal. 1, 2, and 3. Don't have any grass blocks, so I can't make this better, so I'll just quickly grab a couple here just to even out the terrain. And there we go. And then maybe on the back here too. Alright, flint and steel. Hopefully my horse doesn't wander too far. Ooh, that's a kind of cool update with the shaders. I haven't seen the Nether portal before. Remove that bit there. And leave my bed here. Just in case it does become night when I get back, I can quickly sleep and get rid of that. So let's get going. Shield up. And my axe in hand. Let's go. Alright, here we are. We're in. So we got some mobs right away. Looks like I'm in soul sand area. Ooh, lots and lots of the regular pigs. None of the piglin, wherever the ones that you can barter with, are just the regular ones. Got some basalt here, that's good for builds. I do enjoy the color of that. But let's get a bit of exploring done. Ooh, that is interesting. Kind of looks like water with the shaders. Let's see what it looks like without. Okay, interesting. I guess it's the whole blue fog of the Nether instead. So let's get to some exploring. Alright, so just a short while later, I kind of just went in one path, skirting along the edge here, and I found my first fortress. So not a perfect, not too far, only a couple hundred blocks away, so the luck is still here. So now I've got to figure out how to get down there, because this bit seems to be a floating platform. So let's see, I guess we're gonna have to come down this way. Let's go down this way and then skirt around, and then I'm gonna have to bridge across to get inside. But it's lucky that we have one pretty close for later on when I need to do any farms or things like that. Ooh, ooh, and we're in. Okay. Just barely saved myself. Ooh, got some armor for my horse. That's good. Kind of just started recording as I dropped in and got immediately shot at by that ghast. Got some more stuff here. I'm just gonna go around, do the chests quickly. Ooh, nether wart. Gonna grab that. Gonna need that when I go for the potioning kind of things. That'll be useful to have. Another chest. Good, good, good. Bit of gold. Drop off anything I don't need. Alright, let's zoom around. Alright, that is no good. So let's kind of block that off. And let's do the torch trick to make sure we know we've been everywhere in this area. Right, down here. Open. Alright, this seems like a decent sized fortress. Another chest. Ooh, some diamonds, that's good. Let's drop off this and grab another saddle. Never have too many saddles. Alright, that's a block off. That's kind of the outside. Outside again. And that goes to nowhere. Alright, so that's kind of that part of it down. Let's go up quick. Little lava hole. Come back here afterwards. Let's go down here quickly. I think it was this way. We go down one more level. Alright. Grab more of this nether wart up. It's faster than having to grow it on my own. Let's go underneath here. And see. Yep, okay, that's a wall. Let's try and do this layer first before going back up, because that looks like it goes kind of outside. Dead end. Chest over here. Ooh, two chests. Alright, I'm getting a lot of stuff, so let's see. No, that takes up the whole thing. I don't need seeds. Let's grab those in here. No, can't grab that or that. Alright, that should be good to save a bit of space. More here. Another chest that way. Let's eat quickly, just in case I do encounter anything. Don't want to have to eat mid-fight. Alright, another wall. Don't need that. We got plenty of iron, and flint isn't too hard to come by. Alright. Alright, looks. Oh, do not want to mess with you. Gonna waste my arrows on that. No skull. Not super lucky, I guess. Oh, there's another one. One down this hall. Ooh. That was just coal. See if we can pick up this mist arrow. There we go. 5 arrows left. Alright, gonna have to use those sparingly. Probably on. Alright, let's see if I can just knock this guy off instead. There we go. That saves me a bit of trouble. Still haven't seen a blaze spawner, so that's not too good. Pick up one of these torches again. Don't want to waste too many of them. Alright, already been here. Torch trick is working already. Alright, I guess we're gonna go out into the open. Make sure I don't hit any of these. Oh, I hear a blaze. That is good news. Probably on this side. These guys are okay, so let's run past. Ooh, 2 shots, that's all I needed. And... Ooh, ooh, ooh. Over there. Oh god. Let's try and take cover in here. This way it's kind of blocked off. Let's see, let's grab the netherrack instead. push this back. Let's eat, get my health back, and then we'll challenge this guy. Gotta keep him back with the lava. There we go. Alright. Onto a different section of the fortress, it looks like. Let's go downstairs. Hearing lots of blazes, but not seeing a spawner. That noise was quite loud. But let's get up here, see if anything. Okay, got one here. What? Oh, I guess I walked into that. Alright, I want to make sure I have enough space in my inventory so I can pick those up real quick. I don't have to sit around waiting for them. Alright, I thought that was the spawner, but I guess not. Let's head further this way. Those might just be naturally spawning blazes inside the fortress, because I am not seeing any. Alright, that's where I came from. Good to know. Okay, keep myself oriented to that way. I'll do some material gathering later, like the salt and then glowstone and things like that. Plenty of things to grab. There's another one. It looks like another naturally spawning. Came from this way. This guy won't get the drop on me this time. Let's go in for the crits. And got him. Alright. First one. Let's eat up real quick. Full hunger so I don't risk any. Alright, that's 2. Let's move these onto my hop ore so I know what it is. One more guy here. Shield up. And another one. Alright, it's looking... I might not find the spawner, but I might be able to... Ooh, that's not the way I want to go. And they kind of just said not that way by spawning 2 wither skeletons there. Perhaps over here is the spawner, so I'm getting lots here. Right, dodged. Ooh. I think that was it to the right there. Ooh. Oh, there's one right there. Alright, I'm gonna go hide over here, eat up, and then I'm gonna block myself in to do the cowardly collection of the blaze rods. And maybe I'll make a path back. Alright, looks like that's here. Let's slow them down for now and block off this area. So I want to do this nice and safe. Alright, I looked at that Enderman, so hopefully he comes up here quickly and I don't have to wait around forever, wondering if he's ever going to spawn. Alright, let's block that up again. It seems to be quite the dangerous and precarious place for a spawner. Looks like they're not wanting to hit me whilst my shield's up, so that's kind of helpful. Let's expand this room a little more. That Enderman is really loud in my ear right now. I'm going to have to turn down hostile mobs, probably. I kept it up nice and loud, so when I'm listening to music and playing, I can still hear anything that might creep up on me. It looks like most of them are spawning out there. Let's lower the brightness in here. And open up this area a little bit more. And that's another one, so that's 5. Let's wait for my health to regen before engaging any other ones. The Enderman seems to be hurting himself, and quite lucky with these axe hits. Making up enough space for myself to spawn more of these guys, but in a safe area opposed to the hallway with the other ones. Alright, yeah, that's definitely getting lowered. He's just screaming in my ear, and that is very annoying. There he goes by the window there. Oh. Great, all fired. Alright, now single one from that one. Wow, that's impressive. They're going to be slowed down due to all the spawns of them out here. Let's see if I can just grab them. He ran away before I could get him. Yeah, it seems like they're going to keep their distance. Ah, he got me. But I did get another one, so I'm up to 6 now. Let's corner myself, look at my inventory real quick. Alright, lots and lots of saddles. Almost that full, so let's put that away. Maybe, nope, that's all I can fit in there. Alright, try and gather up a bit more. E-melee hit me. Alright, I do not remember how many of these blaze rods I need, so I'm just gonna get at least 10 whilst I'm here. And that should be enough to tide me over to getting to at least the end. I won't have to worry about probably doing the potions too much. I might get a couple, and then I'm gonna have to dig my way out of here and keep an eye where this is, so later down the road when I do my every single farm of every single mob sort of thing, I'll have a nice easy access to this. Or if I just want to come in and farm a couple by hand. Alright, that's 10, so let's... Oh. 11, I guess. Alright, let's go. Ooh, that is very dangerous. I'm going to block that up. I'm going to F3 and take a screenshot of that, so I have that also. And we're out into this warped forest, I think it's called. So I think I have to go this way to get out of here. So let's get to digging. Alright, I'm not sure, but I think that's a bastion over there. It's hard to tell because of the fog, but let's... Alright, and now it's just not loading. Let's try reloading the chunks. Do I have like low? No, I've got super far render distance, but I guess you can see more with the shaders. But I think that's a bastion, so that's also good to know. I'm gonna have to start exploring my way out of here. See if I can get a couple pieces of this. Actually, I don't have any inventory. I shall come back for that later. And that is a skeleton. Ooh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, I think I am lost. So I'm going to, I guess, get to a higher vantage point. See if I can get by these guys real quick. Do this as safely as possible. I don't remember coming to, I think this is called the Basalt Delta. I've heard that's what people call it. So let's get up a little higher. Hopefully don't get knocked off by any of these magma cubes. Alright, I'm gonna have to look for my cobblestone. I'm gonna do that before relying on the coordinates I took earlier to just get back to the portal, because I didn't get any of the obsidian in the chests, as well as I'm not going over to the bastion because I am most certainly not ready for that. As well as not seeing any piglins instead of zombie pigmen. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're safe. Ooh, that's a lot of magma cubes. So let's head back and get out, and then we can kind of see how much we have collected. Alright, and that's us out of the portal. I quickly slept when I got back here. I was under attack by a skeleton there on my way out, so I had to kind of rush out without thinking too much. So I'm now back. Let's head back and organize our loot for the day. Let's keep our horse contained this time. And let's go see what we got. Alright, here we are. So we got 5 saddles, 5 pieces of armor, we got 3 gold, 1 iron, and a diamond, 2 regular diamonds, bit of gold, gold chest plate, some blocks, and then some things to farm. So I grabbed these fungus so I can grow the trees if I ever need that kind of wood, bit of bones, some nether wart. So not a horrible, as well as, where did my blaze rods go? There they are. 11 blaze rods. So that'll be useful for when I'm going to the end. I'm gonna have to do a bit of enderman hunting to get those up. First I'm gonna need to get some food so I do not starve. And I'm very low on that. I did start this thing here, which was going to be a chicken farm, but every egg I've thrown in there so far has not spawned a chicken. I've probably thrown a dozen or so just getting bad luck on that. But after that, it's just going to be a very basic one, manual for now, and once I get enough string, because I cannot find enough string, I'll make a full bow, because I've got a couple of damaged ones around, but I need a full one to make a dispenser, so that I can make it automatic, and then I'll do something with like lava or something, so that I can get infinite food that way, just without having to try too much. First, let's go throw this armor on our horse, just to keep him a little bit more safe. There we are. Alright, so that's another thing. Alright, it seems like running along my roof seems to be my end of episode activity, but I think that's enough for today's episode. We got a lot done. I've conquered the Nether, gotten an entire fortress and a bastion where I know they'll be. I got my blaze rod, so that's ready to go for if I need to do any potions. I can charge up my brewing stand, or for when I'm going for the end, I'm ready to make those eyes of Ender. Just gotta do my enderman hunting, which I'll probably do in the Nether, because I did pass one of those blue fungus forests, and that's, I'm pretty sure, is where a lot of endermen tend to spawn. So I might do some hunting in there, in between episodes, or maybe in a future episode. But in the next episode, I think I'm gonna do a bit more building. As you can see back there, there's the very boring looking village, and I think I'm going to give them an upgrade, but I think I'm going to move them over there, over to the cherry forest. So in my book to lock series, I did make a large village. It's been a month or so since I finished that off, so go check those episodes out if you want to see me in the construction of it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those builds. I'm going to take them, copy them into Creative World, and then make Lightmatica schematics of them, but in the cherry forest kind of design. So using the cherry blocks, trying to change it from the regular, I think I went spruce mostly with those, because that's the kind of trees in my book to lock series that's in the area, and I'm going to change it to the cherry kind of area. So you can look forward to that in the next episode. So if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like, subscribe for more episodes coming soon. Until next time.